Hello student, here is a question which says a ray of light of intensity I is incident on a parallel glass slab at point A and it undergoes partial reflection and refraction as shown in figure. At each reflection, 25% of the incident energy is reflected and the rest is transmitted. If the rays AB and A', B' undergo interference, then the ratio of I max upon minimum is means maximum intensity upon minimum intensity ratio we have to find. So from this diagram we can see that the 25% of light is reflected. If the intensity of the light that is coming is I, then its 25% intensity means I upon 4 gets reflected. So the remaining 3I upon 4 gets refracted. Okay. Now again the 25% of 3I upon 4 means 3I upon 16 gets reflected. So this is 3I upon 16 and the remaining is refracted. Now again at this point the 25% gets reflected in this direction and the remaining gets refracted in this direction. So 3I upon 6, 25%, 16, 25% becomes 3I upon 64. That means 3I upon 64 is again reflected and the remaining 9I upon 64 you can subtract to get 9I upon 64 is refracted. So the ratio of intensity maximum upon intensity minimum for AB and A', B'. Okay. So let this value as I2 for A', B' and this value as I1. Okay. So if we want to find the maximum intensity, then the formula is root under I1 plus root under I2 whole square. And for the minimum intensity, the formula is root under I1 minus root under I2 whole square. Okay. So I1 is I, so root under I plus I2 is root under 9I upon 64 root under I minus 9I upon 64 it's whole square. So on taking common I we can cancel it and this equation becomes 1 plus 3 upon 8 and 1 minus 3 upon 8 whole square. Okay. So it will be 8 plus 3 11. Just wait a minute. We have taken the root of 9 as 3 and the root of okay. So here this is 3I upon 64 and this one is 3I upon 16. So on subtracting 3I upon 16 minus 3I upon 64 we get 64 is 3I 9 upon 64I. So this is correct. There is no problem with this. Okay. So the root of 9 is 3 and the root of 16 is 8. And the rays AB and A', B' goes interference. So we have to write the values of I1 and I2. This ray I1 goes here and after that this is reflected, this is refracted. Again it reaches the point, one refracted, other reflected. So the ray that is reflected here is this. Now this value becomes 8 plus 3, 11 upon 8, and this becomes 11, 8 minus 3, 5 upon 8 whole square. So it will be, so students, sorry for very much, because we have taken I1 as I, but the ray AB is interfering with the ray A dash B dash, so the intensity I1 is I upon 4. That is why we are getting the wrong answer. So not an issue, change it here. Okay. So it will be I upon 4, I upon 4. So it is 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2. Now it is correct. I'm really sorry for this, but sometimes this happens. Now next, we are taking LCM. 8, 4 plus 3, 7 divided by 8, 4 minus 3, 1 upon 8. So square. So 8 is cancelled out, so it is 49 upon 1. So the ratio of the maximum upon minimum intensity is 49 upon 1. I hope that this question is very much clear to you. Thank you so much for watching. The option number is D option, 49 upon 1.